the channel. Today I'm going to be working with embroidery. I'm going to be using what is called knockdown stitches to work with a towel. I'm going to be using my Embrilliance Enthusiast, which is part of the group of Embrilliance software, and that's going to help me to create this design. I'm going to do a second towel, and for this towel I'm not going to be talking much. I'm going to be using one specific design to show you how I'm going to be doing this. And yeah, so also I'm going to be using my single needle embroidery machine, the Poolin EOC06, which is this one right here, okay, to do the towel. And also I'm going to be using my Ricoma EM1010, which is the multi-needle embroidery machine. For the part on the Ricoma, I'm only going to show you some clips or shorts of the process, because more or less it's the same thing that I'm going to show you here with details, okay? So guys, I'm going to take you now to the screen of my computer to start the whole tutorial on how to create a design using knockdown stitches, all right? Guys, let's get started. I wanted to show you what I got for my machine. This is a mat that is a noise reduction mat. It comes in a set of 6 tiles. So I decided to place it on the floor to reduce the shaking of the machine and also to reduce the noise. And guys, it works wonders. The difference is amazing. The shaking is very minimal, and the noise gets reduced by a lot. Also, I ordered a set similar to this one from Amazon that arrived the day before I purchased this one. That one was a pack of 12, but they were smaller tiles. There were 12 by 12 inches each and only a quarter of an inch in height. And so when I saw this one at Marshall's the day after, which is a set of 624 by 24 for only $16.99, guess what I did, people? I went ahead and I purchased this one, and I returned the one from Amazon that cost me $48.97 plus tax. So you see, that's a great savings for my pocket. So yes, I just wanted to show you. This is an option that you can have if you have the machine on a second level floor, or if the machine shakes a lot and make noises because of the shaking. You can place those on the floor, and yeah, it reduces the friction on the floor and the noise. So I just wanted to show you that. So let's go back to the computer screen. These are the 2 designs that I'm going to be working with, but this one right here is the one that I'm going to be showing you using Essentials or Embrilliance Enthusiast, and how to work with knockdown stitching. This one I'm going to be using the multi-needle embroidery machine like I told you before. So at the end, when I'm done with this one, I'm going to show you, but I'm not going to pay much attention to this one. We're going to be paying attention to this one right here, okay? So let's go to the screen of the computer so I can tell you how to work with the knockdown stitching. We are here on Embrilliance, and I'm using Embrilliance Enthusiast. This is the addition that you do to Embrilliance Essential. I started with Embrilliance Essentials, and I added other programs to the Embrilliance Essentials, and this one is called Enthusiast. Reason why I'm using Enthusiast is because it will allow me to work with the knockdown stitches. All right. This is the design that I'm going to be using right here. I'm going to double click. I'm going to do prefer because I use my Madeira colors, and you know, so I always make sure that that is the brand of thread that I'm going to choose for this. It'll be easier for me to look for the colors that I have, my Madeira thread colors. Over here, I'm going to make a couple of changes, and this is where Enthusiast is going to be useful for me, because if you notice, I'm going to make this bigger so that you can see. If you notice, there are a couple of things to this file that I don't like. One of the things that I don't like is this thread right here, so I'm going to get rid of this thread. And also, let me see what else. I might do some reshaping on the hearts also, and I'm going to be changing also the colors. I don't like the color of the heart. It's like a reddish or radish color, and I'm going to go ahead and switch this to the red. So let's switch the colors first.
I'm gonna click to this color. It's gonna give you the color palette, and I'm gonna choose, let me see what kind of red. Yeah, I know the color by memory. I think it's gonna be candy apple red. So I'm gonna type candy apple red to see if I get it right. Yep, that one is the one I want. I'm gonna click OK. So you see how brighter the colors got? I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller so that you can see. So now it's like a real red color. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of this right here. I don't like that thread in here. And if you have Embroider's Essential, you won't be able to, I mean, you can get rid of it, but it takes a lot of steps to get rid of this thread right here. But because I have Enthusiast, it's gonna make a little bit easier for me. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna enlarge the view right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna click this arrow. This arrow is for, let me see, I mean, this one. This is the one that opens Enthusiast, the Enthusiast program. And I'm gonna click and it give me this option. I'm gonna use the lasso option, which is this one right here. And then I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna point here. Okay, so I'm gonna left click first, then right click, and I'm gonna choose jump and short ties. And it didn't work this way. Let me see if it works from the bottom. Sometimes it works from the bottom. And it disappeared, okay? So what I did was left click first and then right click and it will disappear. And then now if you notice right here, I don't like the way these threads are like off the line of the design of the heart. You notice it's like out of place a little bit. That's just me. You don't have to do it, but I'm gonna push the point inside. It starts right here and it looks more shapely. I'm gonna do the same thing here. And that is what that programs allow me to do. Yeah. So let me see what else. I'm gonna check the other hearts to see if I need to make any changes. I'm gonna make this smaller a little bit because I think there was another one that had the same thing. This one right here is a little bit out of place too. Let me see if I can get that one close enough. I'm gonna place the arrow to the node in here, place it inside and it looks more round. I'm gonna do the same thing. Probably when you are embroidering, it might not be noticeable, but I'm picky that way. You don't have to do it. That's just me. Okay. So let me see what else. This one is obviously, I mean, like it's obvious, right? It's out of place. And these are the things that happen when sometimes you buy some files. I always check the digitizing, make sure that, I don't need to change stuff. And before I had Enthusiast, I just kept it the way they came. But now that I have this program, which is part of Embrilliance, I can fix it. It looks a little bit better too. So now I'm done with this part. I'm gonna go ahead and unlock Enthusiast and then I'm gonna show you. Okay. All right. So this is a personalized towel that I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna personalize it by writing the name of the person. But before I do that, I want to make sure that I have the correct size that I want for the towel. And this looks a little bit better. I'm going to make a little bit smaller when it comes to the height. And then a little bit wider when it comes to the width. Because remember, I'm going to be using the knockdown stitch that's going to add some inches to the size of the design. So I want to make sure that it's not going to look then too big once I'm done. I think this is a nice size. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the name. But before I do that, because I want to place the name right here, I'm going to move this heart. Again, because it is a design that's already done, I cannot just click here and move the heart. I need to use Enthusiast again to be able to move the heart from that position. So what I'm going to do again, I'm going to make it bigger so that I can see what I'm doing and show you what I'm doing. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead and bring back enthusiast by clicking this arrow, and I'm going to use the lasso again. I'm going to click here, but this time I'm going to use it as a lasso. You know, lasso, when you go to rodeos, you lasso a bull or a cow or whatever. That's why it's called a lasso. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to surround this heart. I'm going to right click to copy, and then I'm going to right click to paste. Okay. And then I'm going to undo enthusiast, and then I'm going to move this out of place. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the lasso again. And this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this one, which this one is the one that I cannot move because it came as part of the design and would not allow me to move it, you know, individually. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete that one. This one is free to go. This one I can do whatever I want to do, right? So I'm going to undo the enthusiast, and then I'm going to move the heart right here. Okay. That is the beauty about this program from Embrilliance, because it allows you to just, you know, move the items of your design any way you want. And I'm sure also you can do that if you have Stitch Artist 1, 2, or 3. I bought the Stitch Artist 1, which is the first part of digitizing, but I haven't used it as much. I usually use Enthusiast the most. I mean, but I need to start using Stitch Artist 1 because I want to start doing my own kind of little digitizing now and then, you know. Okay, so once I have this in here, now I'm gonna keep it here. Now I have space to write her name right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna write her name. Make this smaller right here. So it's C-A-R-R-O-N. Yeah. So now what I'm gonna do is choose a nice font. I already worked on this. I'm showing you how I did it. I'm gonna show you the one that I did earlier. And I'm gonna use the one that I can connect. I think this is the one that I used. Yeah. I'm gonna make it bigger. And put it here. Let me check another font. Let me see. This one comes with Embrilliance. It's an Embrilliance native fonts that come with the program. This one also is from Embrilliance. It comes with the program, Embrilliance Essentials. I don't like that one. Nope. Because I'm just doing the demonstration, I might just keep that one. I'm gonna give you another chance. Let me see if I can find another one. I'm trying to use the one that comes with Embrilliance. So I like that one better. Yeah, I like this one better. So of course, I don't like this color. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch the color. I'm gonna click color right here on the right. And I'm gonna click the one that is in there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the same pink that I had in here. So I'm gonna go to palette and I'm gonna choose the pink that I already have on the color list, or the list of the colors. And I'm gonna say, okay. And that's that. Okay. So yeah, let me move the heart a little bit lower, make it smaller so that you can see the final product. And that's that. That looks pretty good to me. What do you think, guys? I like it a lot. So now that I have this right here, what I'm gonna do is I mean, you can keep all these colors, but I'm gonna try to condense the amount of color changes and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go to color sort. So it will put together the colors, and then instead of having 6 color changes, I only have maybe 3 or 4. And if you use a single needle embroidery machine, you don't have to be going back and forth with so many colors. Yeah. And let me see what else I'm gonna do. That's it for now. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna go to utilities. I'm gonna click color sort. I'm go new color. And then I'm gonna click the original. And then I'm gonna click which have the 6 color. I'm gonna get the new one. And it went from 6, it went to 4 colors. So you have the color 1. So the machine is gonna embroider all the pink colors, everything that is in the blue color, then the black, and then the red. That's the way it's gonna go. All right. So since I don't need this one, I'm gonna click it off. Okay. So I only keep this one. Now is the time that we're gonna be working with the knockdown stitch. Before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna group this together so that the name Karen doesn't move out of position. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna place group. Now that I have it all grouped, I'm gonna go ahead again to utility. This is where you're gonna find the knockdown stitching. So it says add knockdown stitching. So I'm gonna go click here, and it's gonna tell me how much I want to make it like the inflation. I'm gonna make it like a big knockdown stitch outside or a smaller. I mean, it's up to you. I'm gonna keep it at 5 and see how it looks first. I'm gonna go click OK. So this is inflation 5. The stitch length, I'm gonna keep it at 4. And the density, I'm gonna keep it at 1.3. These two, I'm almost never, work with it. You can make it by directional, meaning that the stitches are gonna go both ways, this way and that way. I'm not gonna use that because I don't want to make the design too dense. So I'm just gonna keep it only on all on one direction. And then the inflation, I'm gonna keep it at 5 millimeters. So I'm gonna go say okay. And that's the way it's gonna look. And I think that looks pretty good to me. It's not too much. I can make them probably less. I'm gonna go ahead and go back and I'm gonna show you how it's gonna look if I decide to make it on 4. So I'm gonna go to add knockdown stitch and I'm gonna lower the inflation to 4. That's 4. Okay. And this is a little bit better. You see, it's more like, it's not, I don't know, it's more trimmed down. I like this one better. Yeah, actually, I like it a lot. And you know what I forgot to do, people? I forgot to change this color. But for the sake of the explanation, I'm gonna keep it that way, and I'm gonna show you the one that I am gonna do, which I switched the color of the font home, sweet home, and home. I use another color. So I wonder if I still can change it. Let me see. I might be able to change it still. Yeah, it will allow me to change it. I use a green color on the one that I did. For some reason, I like it. So let's choose a green color. It might not be the same one that I chose, but I thought I wanted to make it more summery looking. So I went chose another color. I believe was let me see. Let me just do Madeira poly. Okay. Granny Smith, that's the one that I chose. I think that's the one I chose. Yeah. I'm gonna say okay. So yeah, it looks more, I don't know, more summery to me. And I think I like it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm done, people. So this is how I did it. You see, this is how I did my knockdown stitches. And what this is gonna allow me is to embroider this into the towel, and I don't really have to use a topper. When you do towels or anything that is fluffy, like the plushy materials, sometimes you can also use the topper when you do hoodies and things like that, but mostly for towels. And you don't have to use a topper. So, but I think that when you use knockdown stitches on towels, it makes the design more crisp. That's my opinion. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go to the craft table. We're gonna hook this towel and we're gonna embroider this baby. Okay.
Okay, guys, so I am here at the table. I'm using my Poolin EOC06, and I am using a frame size 8 by 8. And yeah, so this is in position right now, and I already traced it. I didn't go to the whole steps of hooping and tracing and all of that because I have covered this part already on a video. If you're new to this machine, you can go back to my video library. I have a couple of videos where I feature this Poolin EOC06. Two of them were filmed in Puerto Rico on my craft room at Puerto Rico. Everything is done. The colors are already chosen. It has a total of 5 colors. The first thing that is gonna stitch is the white color thread, which is the knockdown stitch. And from there it's gonna continue. Of course, you notice that I'm not gonna be using any topper or any water soluble stabilizer because it's not needed because of the knockdown stitch, okay? So I'm gonna remove this and I'm gonna get started, all right? I'm gonna lower the foot and I'm gonna press ready and I'm gonna press start. Alright, so what I'm going to be doing is that I'm gonna show you parts of the whole embroidery. This part is kind of boring because it is white on white, so I don't think you're gonna notice much on the embroidery when it comes to the knockdown stitch. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to play some nice background music while this is going. All right, and I'll see you at the end when the whole embroidery process is done. All right, I'm gonna give you a closer look to the whole action. All right. Okay guys, so we are done with the knockdown stitch and now we're gonna switch the color of the thread and it's gonna be the color pink, all right? On the top left, you can watch the Ricoma EM1010 embroidering the other towel, so you can check it out. So on this project, I have used 5 thread colors and 3 different brands. I used the Madeira color, which is this one right here. I've used the candle thread was the white one. The black one that I'm using right now is broad thread, this one right here. And the red one that I'm gonna be using is gonna be the Richword embroidery thread, which came with this embroidery machine. Is from the same company. It's called Richword, and I love their bright colors. We are embroidering with the last thread color, which is the red, and after this we shall be done. It is looking amazing. I am so glad that I switched the color, this teal color, because it's almost exactly the same color. It's the same color as the trim on the towel. Same teal color. So I am glad. Guys, and we are done. I'm gonna be removing the frame, and I'll show you how it's gonna be looking. I'm gonna show you how it looks. Okay. Guys, look at how pretty. And this is it. I'm done with both projects. These are the 2 towels that we embroider. And yeah, so they are all packed to go. All I have to do is put them on the mailer. And yeah, so thank you for spending this time with me. I really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel and you like this kind of content, go ahead and consider subscribing to my channel, The Crafty Puerto Rican. And also go ahead and check that notification bell so that you can get notification of my future videos. Yes, guys, this is everything for now. I plan to keep bringing you content on the areas of embroidery, sublimation, working with rhinestones, and so forth. If you have any specific project that you're interested on me doing, if I can do them, I will do it for you, or I will answer any questions on any of the projects that I have done in the past, all right? If you have any questions, let me know, and I will gladly answer those questions. Guys, this is everything for now. Until next time, bye. Hasta luego.